You must be Rodriguez, the revolutionary.
You must be Javi.
I am not. There's little time to explain. Javi said you would be able to bring him the equipment he needs.
Did he?
The Black Hand have confiscated his things over by the waterfall. If you defeat them, you can take his equipment to him at the Tomb of Samak.
We have an intruder on site.
Acknowledge. Intruder on site. All units engaged. No further contact. All units, stay alert.
Senor Rodriguez, this is Javi Huerta. I'm sorry we weren't able to meet.
This better be worth it, amigo.
It is. I promise you.
This is some place, Javi.
An aqueduct. At least 6 centuries old. And sealed off by the Black Hand since its discovery.
Uh-huh.
I promise. I will explain everything. There's a map inside the plane. You can get my coordinates from there.
Got your map. Where am I going?
I'd like to begin with where you're coming from. That aqueduct is hidden behind those doors for a reason. For years, I have gathered evidence that the indigenous peoples of Solís were more advanced than we've been told. The Espinosas didn't like anyone challenging their narrative. I was imprisoned, my wife won't speak to me, my reputation is ruined.
Your shady friends seem to think you are okay.
I made allies in prison. People who'd seen the cracks in the facade. Now they help me uncover the truth.
And what do you need me for?
I believe I have discovered the path to the tomb of Otorongo, last ruler of the pre-Espinosa people of Solís. According to the history books, Otorongo was executed for countless murders. But I believe the reality is more complex and dangerous.
To who?
The Espinosas. Their monopoly. If this part of history is not true, what else might be false? Histories, criminal records, election results. Truth is a commodity to the wealthy. Drop enough plata, and ka-ching, your lie becomes the law.
You had a lot of time to think in prison, huh?
You have no idea, Senor Rodriguez.
Javi Huerta.
Did you bring what I asked?
See, your stash is safe for now. Want to put that gun down?
It's not a gun, Senor Rodriguez. It's a relic. A figure of Otorongo. Mid-16th century.
So, were you going to hit me with that?
Hit you? I was gonna run away with it. protect it. It's very precious.
See, the Black Hand were very interested in your collection.
Yes, well, the truth is a very powerful weapon. Oscar Espinosa fears that I will use it against him.
And you really think what you find in Otorongo's tomb can help you take down Espinosa?
Take down? Perhaps not. Discredit? Most definitely.
And this is Otorongo's tomb?
Oh, hardly. No, this is merely the tomb of his servant, Sumak. But I've been unable to proceed further without my retract motor. Did you bring it? I see. Bueno. Let's begin.
Ah,
That object is why we need the retract motor, Rico. I believe it is connected to underground machinery. Use the retract motor to pull on the device.
That sounded like something.
I see it. A giant head. Rico, follow it.
I can tell what kind of day this is going to be.
That Uma is an ancient sculpture of an honored person. This one may be Sumak's visage.
Javi, big guy and I are at the floor of the cave.
What do you see?
There's a mechanism in the ground. Looks about the same size as the head.
It's a giant lock, Rico. The Uma is the key. Can you use the retract to get the Uma to the mechanism?
Why not? Something happened. A door opened up.
It must be the vault, where Sumak sleeps eternal. Rico, please.
There's a human skull with a candle inside.
Light it, and be ready for anything.
There's text on the wall. I'm buried. Only 5 beds remain. That mean anything to you?
No. It sounds like a single line from a longer text. There must be more.
If it's gonna screw over Espinosa, count me in.
Bueno. Others close to Otorongo will likely have the other lines. The tombs of his family, his advisors.
I'll keep my eyes open.
That is the tomb of Otorongo's spouse, only recently unearthed. It seems great care was taken to bury it.
Come on.
We know so little about the women of Otorongo's time. We can surmise their marriage was arranged. They may not have loved each other, but I think it is clear that they were loyal comrades all the same.
Why's that?
Would you have taken such great care to entomb someone if they were meaningless to you?
vault is open.
I have my pen.
My empire there lies dead.
Fascinating. The Empire of Otorongo spanned much of Solís, and possibly beyond. Rico, my friend, this is it. I figured it out. Arranged in the correct order, these lines. Far in the east, interred among the forest mountains breaking waves along the ocean shore. My empire there lies dead and buried. Only 5 beds remain, awaiting the grim faces of my forebears. I know now. It is all so clear. Rico, I will meet you in Kuya. Together, we will open Otorongo's tomb. This is a grand ruin, my friend. Otorongo had 3 children, so you will find 3 Uma here. One commemorating each of them. Espinosa mythos tells us that Otorongo's oldest child was a violent maniac. Standards for such things were different then. But I'm inclined to believe, if the Espinosas taught it, the opposite must be true.
That's one.
youngest son of Otorongo was thought to be very sickly and ill, the result of frequent beatings. Beatings were common in those days. But why would a king waste an heir? It is nonsense.
You have a soothing voice, Javi Huerta. That's two.
That they were buried together suggests that Otorongo's offspring were not yet considered adults by the society at large. This may mean that the Espinosas murdered children to prevent the line from continuing.
Last one. Vault's open. Let you know what I find.
See, please do.
Waiting the green faces of my forebears.
Ironic. To leave such a message on the tomb of one's own children. We are making some progress, but I don't yet understand the significance. Por favor, Rico. You must help me find more verses. A sailor's account describes how many of Otorongo's subjects hid behind the great doors of this temple. But the Espinosa's men rode in through a secret entrance and enslaved those they did not execute.
Yeah.
This tomb is thought to belong to Otorongo's wisest advisor. We call him El Sabio. The Espinosa narrative would have us believe he was a monster sorcerer and occultist.
Let me guess. None of that is true.
His name is lost, but the legends of his wisdom, compassion, and strength survived in some of the relics destroyed by Espinosa's archaeologists.
El Sabio's vault is open.
Let's see what secrets he has for us.
Here, waves along the ocean shore.
What a cryptic verse. Like this tomb hidden on the ocean shore. It's maddening. Think, Javi.
I know you'll figure it out.
This place. I'm ashamed to tell you, Rico, that in my youth, I was one of the researchers responsible for sanitizing this ruin.
you said you had a part in sanitizing this place.
Archaeologists and Solís are trained to reconstruct the truth. We were historical spin doctors, nothing more. This place was my first assignment, fresh from school. A park celebrating the false history. My eyes were opened here.
Be glad they were opened at all.
Every day, my friend. Ironically, Otorongo's fiercest general and ally, rumored to have killed hundreds of Spaniards, despite their superior weaponry and armor, is buried in this mockery of history.
What was his name?
Sadly lost to Espinosa manipulation of the facts. I hope we can restore it somehow.
What's he doing? So, I don't know much. From this spot.
Vault's open, Javi.
We struggled to solve this riddle in my youth. When it defeated us, we simply built this heinous park to hide it in plain sight.
Far in the east, in Terre de Mont. Another broken line. No help.
No help. Rico. Interred. Evidence that we will find Otorongo's burial ground. But where in the east? Gracias, friend. I will think on this new addition. A rival of mine that likes to perpetuate the Espinosa's false narrative is in a vehicle near you. Can you take it out? Get lost in those caves, Rico. Be mindful. But somewhere down there lie the bones of Otorongo's beloved sister. Sister was a wise, deeply thoughtful person, skilled with the uses of local herbs.
Otorongo made her tomb hard enough to find.
In honor of her passion for nature, She was entombed within one of Solis's natural wonders.
Vault's open.
Time to learn what Otorongo's sister has to tell us.
Forest mountains breaking. Mean anything to you?
Huh. Curious. Very curious. It still makes so little sense. There must be much more to this.
Rico, the poem. It was brilliant. And I finally figured it out.
So, you found Old Man Otorongo's tomb?
It's right here. Built on the ruins of Otorongo City. His tomb is buried below.
What do we do now?
There are 5 Umas here. Some were taken to museums. Some still stand in their original places. But they are here. And there are 5 locks in the park below. It is Otorongo's tomb. It must be.
Look at this atrocity. The Espinosas and their hack archaeologists know no shame. Far in the east, interred among the forest mountains breaking, waves along the ocean shore. Where else could it be but this beautiful landscape, which the Alpa people called home?
A big statue came out of the ground.
Miraculous. For centuries, we've been told these giant heads were mere curiosities. People took selfies with them. My empire there lies dead and buried. Only 5 beds remain, awaiting the grim faces of my forebears. The seat of Otorongo's empire was here, until the Espinosas began to erect their own city on top of it. And this is where he locked away his secrets, using the great Umas as his keys.
Another statue.
Yes. Yes. Can you believe these people? Subjecting this priceless relic to such nonsense.
Music's got a good beat.
And the poem was written in the language of the Espinosa conquistadors. Otorongo possessed such foresight. He knew that few or none of his descendants would speak the Quechua tongue.
¿Qué diablo?
There we go.
Busy people drive by every day, yet never grasp the significance of what surrounds them. It's a portrait of our time, sí o no? This is remarkable. We're making history, Rico.
Why are you out of breath?
Lots of stairs.
No elevator?
Forgot. Too excited.
One more to go.
Can you imagine the great Alba city that was once here? It was surely the eighth wonder, before Diego Espinosa tore it apart brick by brick.
This is the last one.
When the tomb is revealed, we should be ready. We may need to leave in a hurry.
That's all of them.
I'm coming. Listo. Let's go. Hurry. This is amazing, Rico. I am truly giddy. We have Otorongo's sarcophagus. What treasures will we uncover inside?
Something tells me you'll be more jazzed about it than me.
But the truth should excite all of us, Rico. Espinosa and his family. Well, generations of them. Exposed for liars.
I love this music.
Increíble. It's
Woman.
the fiercest leader of one of the most advanced cultures of the ancient world. Was not a king, but a queen. A star chart. Constellations. Look at the detail. A deed. Transferring ownership of Solís to the Spanish. For 2 pounds of silver. What's that?
It's a journal, written in Spanish.
That's, very interesting. The, oils on your skin.
Hey, what about the oils on your skin?
Dios mío. Otorongo's final days. It describes how her entire family was assassinated one by the conquistador Diego.
Espinosa de Malaga. This rewrites all of Solís' history. The indigenous peoples were not a warlike tribe of barbarians, but a highly scientific, progressive, and matriarchal society. Gracias. Gracias. Gracias, Rico. Bueno, ayúdame. We'll have to get this someplace safe. There's so much work to be done. There's so much left for you to teach me, Su Majestad.